morning, everybody. Welcome back to the episode of Read on the Fly, where we do everything outdoors. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. Car's loaded up with all the fishing gear. Taylor's gonna be joining me today, and we're gonna be hitting the water on some private lakes that I hit up a couple videos ago where I caught those bass on those little chartreuse like streamers. So we're gonna be going there today. We've had some rain the last couple of days, but it's starting to clear out, so hopefully the water is gonna be pretty nice. And I think when we get back later on today, we're gonna go walk in the woods and kind of look for some more mushrooms, maybe do a little foraging in the backyard. I've been wanting to get into foraging for the last couple of years, so I've been doing my research during the wintertime, and now that it's spring and everything's starting to blossom and bloom up, kind of went around the yard and I saw that we do have a lot of edible plants, but it's fixing to be a good day. I'm stoked. So I want to finish packing up the car, keep sipping on that coffee, and we'll see y'all in the water. Ooh. Largy. Oh, nice. Right when I threw it out there, moved him a little bit, and he just smoked it. It's a healthy, chunky fish right there. Let's put him back in the drink. Oh. See ya. Hey guys, so fishing was slow. Caught one bass on the fly. Taylor lost a bluegill at the bank. So we resorted to do a little foraging on some public land. So we're looking for morels. Did not find any morels, but we found the next best thing, and that is just a bunch of dandelions. The thing that a lot of people don't know is that these dandelions, they're pretty tasty once you give them a little, once you soak them in water, egg wash, and some breading and fry them up. They're pretty tasty, so.
Anything is tasty in breading and egg wash and fried.
So while most people are filling up their ball caps with morels, I'm filling it up with dandelion heads. And as you can see, we got plenty to pick from, so I'm gonna go through and kind of pick out the bigger ones, and we're gonna have ourselves a little dandelion fry. Alrighty, so we're back home. I want to start kind of going around the yard and looking for some tasty treats. Luckily that I do live in a yard with a lot of trees, a lot of plants. I do own some of the land behind this fence right here. And I was kind of scouting it out earlier this week. Oh, crazy dogs. Crazy dogs. What are you doing? The previous owner that did live here planted a lot of different stuff all throughout the yard. And we did our best to kind of upkeep with it, but it was almost overwhelming because we didn't have a whole lot of time, and we really didn't know what exactly we were doing at the time. But we're slowly getting our green thumb, slowly starting to learn what's what and what's edible and what's not. So I think the first thing that we're going to do is try to find some garlic mustard, which I have growing in huge clusters behind the fence by this dead tree. So let's go check it out. All this stuff right here, like these white flowers, this is all garlic mustard. So garlic mustard kind of has like these heart-shaped leaves, these white little flowers with like these little seeds. And one thing that can really tell if it's garlic mustard is taking a flower, so squeeze it, give a little smell, and it definitely does smell like garlic. And I'm also gonna be using their leaves in my salad. Garlic mustard is invasive. It's originated from Europe, I believe. So I wanna probably take a couple good stalks of this. All right, the next thing I kind of have like this little gnarly looking rock garden up here. It originally was like these huge bushes, but I tore those all out, and I'm kind of just letting it grow whatever it wants to grow. So I've noticed that we have these growing, and this is a common blue violet flower, and the leaves can be eaten raw. That's very healthy. It's packed full of vitamins and nutrients. I'll probably use the flowers as a little garnish. Maybe pop off a couple of these. I want to take off a couple of these leaves too. Throw it in the salad. We got the blue violet, but we also have this ground ivy, also known as creeping Charlie. You do not want to mix this up. I know they look similar, but it's not the same. We're looking for violet. I mean, these are big leaves, big petals on the flowers. Ground ivy is a lot smaller petals, and they kind of get like that purple leaf to it, and are a lot smaller too and more clumped up like this is right here. So ground ivy, blue violet. This is good, this is bad. So right next to the ground ivy, we have a little delicacy, the dandelion. I know a lot of people hate dandelions and they spray the crap out of them and always weed eat them, but this year I've been eating them actually. Earlier in the video, I picked a bunch of the heads that I'm going to be frying up. But for the salad, I'm going to be cutting off and using their leaves. Packed full of nutrients, you can eat the leaves raw. I wanted to take a couple of these. We'll start making this salad. All right, so we got all the ingredients ready. Got the dandelion leaf, violet leaf, garlic mustard leaf. Then we have the common violet flower and the garlic mustard flower. Got a little fresh spearmint that we've been growing in the garden. And we got some fresh spinach too from a garden as well. Got some lemons, olive oil, and some Montana Mex jalapeno seasoning blend, which goes awesome on anything. Add all the ingredients. Just gonna get a nice little mix in there. Then add some pure olive oil, just a nice little shoopy shoop. A little bit of lemon juice. Throw in a pinch of your seasoning of choice. Like I said, we're using the Montana Mex jalapeno seasoning. You can just smell how fresh this is. Okay, dish a little out. A nice little drizzle of olive oil. And then this is when you throw it on your garnishes. Little violet petals. And you can also throw in any veg that you want, like tomatoes, onions, croutons. We're doing all greens. Got the mint leaf. Have it all green salad straight from the backyard. Get a little bit of everything. Probably go well with a little sweet water.
Wearing your meat eater t-shirt.
Or my meat eater t-shirt.
Eating a all vegetarian salad.
Now that we had our greens, our nice little appetizer, it's time for the main course, which is fried dandelions. Stay tuned. All right, so I got all the dandelions. I rinsed them out a little bit, and I set them aside. And they closed up on you, which is perfectly normal. They're going to do that because, I mean, you cut them away from the root. But they're still going to be tasty. They're still good. I got butter, seasoning, egg wash. I'm going to heat a little bit of the butter in here on kind of a medium-high heat. And then I'm going to give the blossoms a little egg wash, a little shake and bake, and then already going to get a little taste test action on here. That is killer. It almost kind of reminds me of like fried okra. I mean, the breading does not overpower it at all. You can definitely tell it's a plant, but it's not bitter at all. It's got a nice meaty texture. I definitely didn't want to soak them in water, and when I did that, kind of shrunk them. So you don't have the big blossom heads that you saw earlier when I picked them, but they are definitely a killer little snack to share with your friends. I already had to come outside because that oven was on high. It was getting hot and I was getting sweaty in there. So these plants are pretty common and they are in everyone's yards and woods by your house. But I would recommend getting like a field guide or an app. That way you can identify any other plants that you may think is edible. You gotta stay safe out there. You gotta know what you're eating and you gotta know if it's been sprayed or not. As you can tell, we don't spray, we just mow, so we are safe. There is a lot of tasty morsels out there for us to enjoy. It's free, you just gotta get out and look for it and you gotta know what you're looking for. Send me some pictures of some of your wild eats that you are out there foraging and finding and cooking up and creating, and me and Ted are gonna pick our favorite recipe and we're gonna send you some goodies from Montana Mex, which is by far my favorite seasoning. So don't forget to hit that notification bell, subscribe button, drop a comment down below. Until next time, see ya.
Kiss the good life, good. Kiss the good